Derek Spallone alongside Coach Christie. Coach, it was a tough 3-game homestand, 1-2, but now you're heading on the road for a 5-game road trip. What does the team have to do to turn the season around?
You know, I think for me right now, just the possibility of both Sil and Elena being back for this road trip is huge. It makes everybody take a deep breath and just kind of go, okay, here we go. You know, now we've got to do. But you know, it's been a little bit disappointing. You know, a lot disappointing actually. Pokey and I have coached for years together, and our thing is defense. I mean, we love defense. We're emotional. You know, we like getting stops. We like getting deflections, things that we chart that we think are important. And we just haven't been able to stop anybody. I mean, we're putting up way too many points, and it's just bang your head up against the wall trying to figure out, like, what do we need to do to get them to pretty much just win their battle. It's what we call it. You know, their individual, one-on-one, I'm going to stop you battle.
And well, it seems that, I mean, rebounding and points in the paint have been the biggest area of concern, but how has the coaching staff come together to kind of fix that and address that, rather?
Yeah, we've fixed one part of it in one of our rotations as it relates to like pick and roll defense. We fixed the first part, which is the rotation, but then we're struggling with the helper aspect of it. So we've been really working on that. But I think we had 24 dribble penetrations against Tulsa the other night, and you just can't have that because that breaks down the whole defense. You don't even get into your scheme because people are just driving by us. Right. So that's what we have got to figure out how to stop.
What were some positives you were able to take away from these last couple of games?
We're putting points on the board. I mean, offensively, you know, I mean, we are scoring the basketball. We just have to figure out how to stop people.
Well, and as I said before, you and Coach Chatman go way back, time with LSU and Russia, but how is that off the court, you know, chemistry and that history transitioned into success year after year?
Yeah, you know, we go overseas and we had a Russian assistant with us, but we've kind of just had this. We were there for 6 years. We kind of just had this system in place, and it was good. You know, like I do the video part, tell her what I think, give her what she needs to be ready for the game, and it's just something that we've done. And bringing Tree in, he's been wonderful. We all just kind of click really well. We all kind of have our responsibilities. It's funny because she can look at me in the game if she's mad and stomping her feet, you know how she does. And she'll look back at me and I know exactly what's going through her mind, and I'll be like, yes, or no, or what about this? So, you know, my job is just, I might not say the right thing, I might say the wrong thing, but I have to create ideas in her head. So when we go out to a timeout, you know, I just start peppering her with things, good, bad, right, wrong. You know, it doesn't really matter, but it makes her think. And for me, by far, she's probably the best on-court coach I've ever worked with. She can make adjustments so quick, and sometimes she'll go to do something, and I'm like, whoa, wait, and I'm like, yeah, good job, Poke. You know, like it's like she just has that game flow, make an adjustment. Like she just makes the right decision a lot of times.
And has that helped improve, I mean, yourself as a possible head coach one day as well, just working with her?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've learned a ton from her. I mean, she was a great point guard, and so point guards see everything. We joke because I was a shooter, so she thinks I only see the rim or the ball, you know. So I've learned a lot from her in seeing the big picture and understanding, you know, there's a lot of times in practice, if we're refereeing, I'm the worst referee ever because I'm watching the ball and not watching everything else, or I'm watching everything else and not the foul happening, so.
Oh, it kind of goes both ways. My final question for you, what's the day in the life like for a WNBA assistant coach? Well,
you know, one of our guys, workers out there, Miles Bankston, he kind of was with me all through the off season, and we worked together with Elena. I had him help me with her workouts, and then he would actually lift weight with us. And he said, so how was your day off yesterday, Christy? I said, man, days off are the worst for me. Yeah. Number one, it's because we got beat, so I don't sleep well to begin with. And then it was just a preparation day. That's the one day where, you know, we don't have to come to practice, and so we can just sit down and watch a lot of video, watch us, watch other teams. So really no off day. This is the best part of my day, the practice. I mean, it's, you know, you get to work and get better.
Yeah, and how crucial is that preparation though, like you said, I mean, just constantly.
Yeah, you know, you just have to see improvement. I mean, you've got to figure out, I talked to Sasha Goodluck before the game the other day, and I'm just trying to figure out, I want to get her 3, 4, 5 more rebounds a game. So I kind of showed her where I thought she wasn't, she was rebounding, but she wasn't really blocking out and holding her man off, so they were able to get around her. She could pick up a few more if she would just hit and hold, is what we call it. So just find little ways to help them improve their game.
Exactly, the little things, and that's what do a great job of. Derek Spallone, Coach Christie. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.